Hey everyone, Melissa again. I am here with a quick video. Just wanted to show you guys something I've been working on. Well, just started working on today. Um, it is this dress idea. Hopefully that's in focus. Originally I had gotten this butterick pattern with this bodice here. Hopefully it will allow it to focus and you can see all the details. I really like the bodice shape of this for the most part, but I thought that maybe I would curve it just slightly on here. Oh dear, you can't really see much of that, can you? But anyway, so I was thinking some kind of floral pattern. So this is the back with all the little ribbon and embroidered flowers, and then a little bit at the front waistline just to kind of add a little bit of extra interest. The bodice will be made out of like this really pretty midnight blue. I'm hoping that catches on camera. And then the rest of the skirt will be made out of this really nice, I want to say it's regular white, but it looks more like an ivory cotton voile. It's really pretty. This is, I think, a stretch taffeta or something like that. It's really pretty. Now, initially, if you look at the pattern, there's a second waistband underneath the bust, but I didn't really like how that looked when I was doing my sketches, the fact that there would be a layer underneath the waistband, so I think I'm going to cut that part out, and it's essentially just going to be bodice and floofy skirt. The skirt will be lined since voile is fairly sheer. In fact, let me show you here. It's going to be kind of indecent. So what I've been doing, I have this really nice soft white cotton, which is really, really nice. All of this stuff was actually in the rag bin at Home Fabric, so I'm really excited to see how all of this turns out. What I need now, I think, is to either make my own ribbon or purchase some ribbon that matches. I'm going to keep these little scrap bits of blue fabric because I might want to do a couple of blue ribbon accents as well. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm just kind of fiddling with the idea. So yeah, this has been going on all morning. Initially I was just going to start cutting, and I changed my mind because I felt like I needed to be a little bit more thought out with this. Okay, my strap has gotten hooked. Hold on. Alright, so it's still hooked. Dagnabbit. So yeah, originally I had like this really pretty blue lace to go on top of the blue, but I didn't really like how it got rid of a lot of the really beautiful sheen in the fabric, and I like the contrast of texture where it's like this really shiny fabric where it's like this kind of ethereal, kind of floaty fabric. So I'm kind of playing around with these. I do have a slightly lighter blue fabric that might stand out a bit more, yeah, underneath this lace, so I'm probably going to use that for another sewing project a little bit later. So yeah, um, just getting ready to cut out the bodice patterns. I think I still have some blue fabric I can use as the lining for the bodice for this, and I've already cut out the lining for the skirt, which is basically two rectangle pieces that get gathered. I want a lot of volume in the skirt, so I'm thinking I will need to probably either add a ruffle to the base of the skirt before I add all of the ruffles. I'll probably need some kind of tool for that. So I'm going to need to stop to the store at some point in the future to get that done. I'm really excited about this project. I hope you are too, and I'm planning on trying a couple different techniques with this, and hopefully it goes well. And I'm making it a point to try and I'm making it a point to actually record the process of all of my sewing videos, well, of all of my sewing projects, because I finished a dress on Thursday, and the only thing I did was record a video of me basically having the pattern pieces cut out, which is terrible, because I want to be able to share this stuff with you guys. So, yeah, hopefully I can get more on the ball when it comes to taking videos and taking pictures of my work in progress for you guys to see, and it'll lead to an actual finished video. So, there's that. Sorry the hair's a little bit crazy. I pretty much rolled out of bed and started cutting out stuff and sewing. I've been watching Delightful's videos all day today, and she's led me to make a couple of impulse purchases on eBay, which should be here in another 2 weeks or so. We'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna get some lunch and then I'll be back. Okay, So here we have my first goof up. And picking out this fabric, I did not get enough in the form of lining, and I don't want to use this deep blue to have it against my skin because the stuff tends to be really warm when worn. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to line it in the white, because if I look at my initial sketch, oh, sorry. If I look at my initial sketch, I do have like a bit of like a white bias tape going on there, so I think I could get away with it because you won't actually see the lining when you turn everything right side out, so I'm going to do that. So yeah, basically all I'm going to do is just lay out my bodice pieces. Thankfully there aren't that many. And yeah, I put a bit of a curve on the bust line, and then I used my French curve to kind of make like this nice soft arch here, and then kind of smooth it back into the overall shape. So that's going to be happening, and the bias tape is basically going to go along this edge, and it's probably going to be this white cotton topped with the chiffon so that the whites match and everything. So that should be my next step. Good Lord, this really is a really yellowing tablecloth. I should probably change this. Anyway, so I'm going to do that, and yeah, we'll be right back. Okay, so the lighting in here isn't really doing it justice, but I decided to put a little white accent detail around the bodice just to bring a little bit more brightness up there. I am reconsidering my initial decision not to do a waistband because I've noticed that that style seems to have people looking kind of pregnant. But basically what I did was I made bias strips and I pinned them down, and the idea is to have them go along the curve of the bodice, so that way it'll be dark blue, peak of white, and then more dark blue. So I'm thinking instead of making the waistband like that deep blue like the bodice, I think I'm going to make it white so that it kind of flows into the rest of the dress. Still not 100%. That means I'll have to make the accent flowers in blue and white to kind of balance everything out, but we'll see how it goes. I've already cut out my straps. I'm thinking I might add a little bit of the bias to that, since I do have a little bit of that left over of the chiffon bias binding that I did, and it should be long enough actually. Hold on, let me look here. My table's really messy right now, guys, so forgive the mess. Oh wow, that would be perfect actually. So what I'll probably do is I'll just have it on the outer edge of the strap, and that should be really lovely. And because my straps always tend to twist and turn, so I'm hoping that this will kind of rectify the problem. I do still have a lot more of this binding if it turns out not to be quite long enough, so we're going to do that, and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, update. So far, bodice lining in front have been attached, straps, and then this little detail that I was thinking up in my head came out really nice. I like how the curve kind of emphasizes it a little bit. This one doesn't quite lay all the way flat, but it is even on both ends, and I'm liking how it's looking. I'm making sure to press everything so everything lays nicely once it's all together. So yeah, this is going to be really pretty once it's done, I hope. Yay! And we're back. Okay, so far I have the entire bodice assembled. I need to go over these bust darts again because they are super pointy, and I'm not a huge fan of that, so I'm gonna have to go through and make it a more gentle slope with it so that we won't have this weird puckering going on, because like I like my boobs, but I don't want them to have so much attention on them. I've also gone ahead and stitched together my skirt panels. I did, let me see if I can find one, did French seams for them so that this is the side that'll go against your skin, and this is the side that will be underneath the skirt. Or I'm wondering if I should do it in the reverse, so this will be, yeah, I think I'll do it that way. So this side will be the nice side that's showing, and then this will be the side that's covered up by all the ruffles and stuff, so it should be fine. And yeah, we'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I managed to adjust the bust darts. They're looking a whole lot smoother and more natural, less Madonna, more human. And yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Even though I cut this out in my size, there's still a whole lot of extra fabric in the back, which is good, I guess, in case, I gain or lose weight or something. So I'll probably trim this down to about here, and then probably use all this excess to fold over when I'm installing the zipper. And now to do the fun part, gathering and designing the skirt. Yay!